Hi, it's Anthony Ramos from GLAAD. Ariana, if I can please start with you, what would it have meant to you to have a film like The Prom when you were growing up? What would that have meant to you?
Oh, it would have been life-changing. To be perfectly honest, I didn't see stories like this when I was growing up. Like literally, there wasn't a story. There were plenty of stories with, young white girls, but even then we weren't talking about what it means to be queer and questioning and how hard it is to handle discovering or exploring your identity in addition to all the other pressures that you're dealing with as a young person. Had I seen a film like this that has a happy ending and that has such possibility at the end of it, um, I think I would still be where I am today, but I think I would have just had my eyes opened earlier to all of the possibilities. And I really hope that that's what we're doing. That we're creating more lanes for young people, right? With this film, that's what I believe we're doing here.
Absolutely, you were doing it. Kerry, you play Alyssa's mom. If Alyssa was your daughter in real life and she came out to you, what would you say to her?
Oh, goodness. I mean, I don't so it's such a I like like I'd say great, awesome. What's for lunch? Like I don't
Right.
like I would just say fantastic. And I'm if I'll give you as much support as I can and offer you extra resources when I'm not able to speak to your lived experience and like let's just go like make this life magic as we were, like how exciting I think like depending on the age, I'd also say, or any age, I'd say like how exciting that you know who you are and let's go be who you are. How can I help you be who you are in the world unapologetically and enthusiastically? And let's go get this.
Let's get it. Kerry, you, with your roles and in your life, you've been such a fighter for marginalized people, pushing for equality and acceptance. So what was it like to play this character that's kind of on the other side of that?
I know it was actually really fun. It was a good challenge for me, because so much of what we do as actors is we have to walk in somebody else's shoes. And so to really dive in and try to have a compassionate understanding for a more conservative ideology was a really good exercise for me to not be in judgment, but to try to say like, okay, how can I understand where she might be coming from and how can I ground this in some human truths? Because we all know hurt people, right? And so where is Mrs. Green coming from? What is she afraid of? And you realize, she loves her daughter. She just doesn't have the toolbox yet to love her in the ways that she needs to be loving her. She's not able to love her unconditionally at the start of the film. She's loving her according to her own expectations and rules, which I think a lot of parents do. And I know, like my own mom, when I told obviously a very different thing, but when I told my mother that I wanted to be an actor, it was like someone had died. Like, no, your life is already going to be so hard as a woman, so hard as a Black person. Now you're going to make this choice where you're going to starve and struggle for the rest of your life. And I think that's some of where Mrs. Green is coming from, right? Like, I want you to have an easier life. I don't want people to have another reason to hate you. And she realizes that that's not what this is about. She's got to be there to love her daughter unconditionally, and to give her a place to belong.
Well, thank you both so much. I'm out of time, but thanks so much for this film. It's incredible. We're so
Thank
happy.
you for your tux.
Thank
Yes,
you.
that's at least it.
I love it. It's been a pleasure. Thank you so much.